Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to What Were They Thinking? The show where good stories have the last laugh. My name is Murphy, and this is the second of the two videos I made about the first 40 minutes from Batman the Killing Joke animated movie. If you haven't seen my review of the original story and are curious about my reasoning for the changes I made, or you're just in the mood for a good laugh, click right here to watch that video first and then come back here. But otherwise, sit back and enjoy my version of Batgirl's story for the Killing Joke animated movie. Gotham City. My friends and family from other places always ask me, why do I even bother with you? The infamous city riddled with crime, corruption, and people dressed in stupid costumes. The city that constantly goes through mass prison and asylum breakouts, terrorist attacks, or even bored lunatics that isolate us from the rest of the country. So why would anyone in their right mind still live here, let alone try and bring some order to the insanity? For me, it's for moments like this. Because after all is said and done, after the crazies are gathered up and locked behind bars, after the rain stops and dark clouds finally disappear, we're left with the strongest, most beautiful city that ever existed. This city puts us through hell daily, but if we can withstand it and survive whatever challenge it throws at us, we just might get a chance to enjoy the best view in the world. It's easy to live in Metropolis or Central because other people do all the work for you. But in Gotham, we gotta fight for our right to live. That's why I wear this badge on my chest and go out on patrol every night. The city can be too harsh and brash with some people, so I just try to do my part and help out. I believe in the people of Gotham. I believe in a better Gotham with a better life. But even a romantic such as myself can't deny the fact that Gotham will always have at least one dark cloud hanging over it. Hey, time to go be a hero. Oh, hey! Watch where you're swinging, you bad brat!
Wow, Bullock is being extra original tonight.
Focus. We have a situation to handle.
I know. Look, I like surprises, but maybe you could clue me in on what I'm walking into.
The police think it's a shootout between the Falcons and the Maronis.
Again? That's like the third time this week.
Would you like a vacation?
No, I just don't get why they're always fighting each other.
Aren't they all just poor misunderstood gangsters?
The families have history. These are old feuds from before your time.
So, we're talking Stone Age or Bronze?
Not funny. More reports are coming in. Apparently one of the gangs has broken into an apartment to gain cover.
Any civilians?
Two of them, young couple, Connor and Lila Jones.
Okay, save the couple, then beat up the bad guys. I can see the building. When are you coming?
I'll be there right away. In the meantime, you get inside the building and wait for me to arrive. I'll engage the ones outside. During the confusion, break into the apartment and save the hostages. Batman out.
Batgirl sneaks into the building and she finds the Joneses' apartment. She waits for Batman to arrive, but she can hear through the door that the gangsters are getting restless. They want to kill the couple and just make a run for it, so she goes in and single-handedly takes them out, saving the hostages. They thank her, and she smiles at the thought that they are now safe. She ties the shooters up and goes outside to help Batman, who has now arrived and is fighting the other group of shooters. The two easily take out most of them. However, the remaining criminals get in their car and attempt to get away, so Batman calls the Batmobile and chases after them, leaving Batgirl behind.
Well, that's just typical. Either you stop leaving me behind, or you get me my own car. Or at least a motorbike.
Not the time to talk about that right now. Tell me, are the Joneses all right?
A bit shaken up, but they're okay. I managed to save them before those bozos tried to kill and run.
Good. The police should be there soon to pick them up. I'll be sure to leave them a gift of my own. And Barbara, you did well tonight. Go get some rest.
That's her signal to call it a night, so she heads home. But before she can go to sleep, she has one more thing to do. Once she gets home, she turns on her laptop and begins typing.
October 1st, 2016. Lila and Connor Jones. Recently married couple. Caught in a gunfire between rival gangs. Both saved and all criminals captured. A good, clean night. Note, Apparently, I did well.
Rise and shine, Gothamites. Today's a beautiful day once again, but unfortunately, that might soon change. Lindsay has all the information you need to know about the upcoming weather. But first, let's talk about what happened last night. Members of the alleged Falcone and Maroney crime family started a gunfight again on the western side of the city. The dangerous criminals were caught and brought to justice by well-known Gotham vigilantes Batman and Bat... Even for a morning person, the lifestyle of Batgirl will make it hard for anyone to wake up before 1 in the afternoon. But she doesn't have that luxury. She still has rent to pay, and while Bruce Wayne is a wealthy billionaire, Barbara Gordon is just the daughter of a police commissioner. So she gets up, begrudgingly, and gets ready to go to her work at the library. On her way to work, she meets Michael, her colleague and close friend who, as it happens, she once saved as Batgirl, and has become a fan of hers ever since. Hey Babs, did you hear about last night?
Yes, Michael, I heard. Batgirl stopped the bad guys again.
Yeah, she must have been awesome. Though, it's sad that she couldn't save the hostages as well.
What do you mean?
Didn't you hear the entire story? There was a couple inside the apartment where some shooters took cover. The couple got shot. But I'm sure it wasn't Batgirl's fault. When the Riddler had me thrown off the Gotham City clock tower, she decided to save me and defuse his bomb instead of stopping him. I mean, yeah, Batman caught him, but...
Look, Michael, I'm sorry, but I'm in a hurry. We'll talk later, okay?
Batgirl is in shock as she knows the couple was alive when she left. She pulls out her phone to look up information and the news confirms it. The couple was found by the police, shot in their apartment. Something must have happened. She can't go to the apartment because it's a crime scene and police should have it secured, so she goes to the police department to look for clues. No one gives her any attention since she's the commissioner's daughter and manages to sneak into the evidence room. She finds the belongings of the couple from the night before, and among them she finds a note. Miracles are God's mistakes. She sneaks out of the room, but she comes face to face with her father. Barbara? What are you doing here?
I heard on the news that there was a shootout last night. What happened?
It was the crime families again. They started shooting each other. They've been getting more and more aggressive lately, and I'm afraid that if we don't stop them soon, we might be looking at an all-out gang war. I've made this a top priority for the force, put everything else on hold for now. Even Batman has been working overtime with us on this. It's a miracle he can still stay awake, let alone fight every night.
Oh my god, promise me you'll be careful.
I promise, sweetheart. It's nice of you to be worried, but if this job has taught me anything is that you can't take care of everyone all the time. You can only do your best and hope for the same. He then smiles and hugs his daughter. Batgirl leaves the police station, determined to find out what happened to the couple. She goes to the library and she uses her computer skills to access the police database and searches for any unsolved cases that contain notes like the one she found. She discovers that multiple people had been found dead over the past few weeks carrying similar notes. However, these cases seemed unrelated since each person died of a different cause and there seemed to be no relation between them. However, Batgirl sees something. She has a photographic memory and she can easily recognize faces. All of the victims look familiar because they were all people that she and Batman had saved. She realizes that that must be the pattern. Someone is targeting the people that they have saved, so she calls Batman.
Bruce, the couple from the apartment last night is dead.
What? When did it happen?
Sometime between I left and the police arriving. How did you not know this? I thought you always check police reports.
I was busy all night catching every member of the families that I could find. The situation is getting out of hand and... Tell me what you know.
I think someone is targeting the people we saved. We need to stop this guy before he gets to anyone else.
Fine. I'll have Alfred look up every person we have saved.
No need. I just sent him a list with everyone we have saved in the past 5 years.
How did you put it together so quickly?
I write down everyone I have saved. It makes me feel good about what we do. Please don't judge me.
Right now, it's the most useful thing that we have at our disposal. I'll have Alfred select those who have not been reported dead by the police. We each check up on half of them. How many is that? 300?
516 each.
Fine. Put a tracer on them or a microphone in their house. I'll also have Alfred monitoring any street camera feeds for suspicious activities. We don't know who or when this person might attack next, so all we can do is be prepared for when they do make their next move. Until then, maybe we can find out more about who they are.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
Batman and Batgirl spend the rest of the day running around Gotham, crossing off as many people from the list as they can. With every person that she recognizes and sees that they're fine, she feels a slight relief, only to worry again, fearing that the next one might be the killer's new target. And so passes the day. After 6 hours and 213 names crossed off, she goes to check on the next person from her list, her friend Michael. She cannot find him at home, and Alfred does not find any records that would suggest he arrived at work that day. With a sinking feeling in her heart, she calls Batman once more.
I think the killer striked again. Michael Serbow. I saw him this morning, but he hasn't shown up for work and he's not at home. I think he's in trouble, but I don't know where to look and...
Barbara, calm down. Think. Criminals like this one are obsessed with an idea, a deranged philosophy that gives meaning to their actions. They don't feel fear or guilt. They just need to indulge that obsession. Use that obsession to understand them, to predict them. Batgirl repeats the word in her head.
Obsession. Miracles are God's mistakes. When people are meant to die, they have to die.
And that's when she puts it together.
I know where he is. Gotham City Clock Tower. The killer isn't just targeting people who almost died. He's killing them however they were supposed to die before.
Good thinking, Batgirl. I'm on my way to... Damn it! Another gang shooting, this time bigger than before. The police need me there, so you'll have to catch this one on your own.
That's fine by me.
Batgirl then makes her way to the Gotham City Clock Tower. Once there, she sticks to the shadows, looking for Michael in silence.
Nice place,
She thinks to herself.
It's no Batcave, but hey, what is?
Eventually, she reaches the roof of the clock tower where she finds Michael tied up, hanging from the edge of the tower, dangling above the street. Afraid for his life, she tries to get close to him and bring him to safety, but she gets hit in the back of the head. She gets up and turns around to see a man with a cape and cowl, his face covered in pieces of mirror, and they begin to fight. Finally! I knew you'd eventually come to me. You and your partner are life's greatest offenders.
Who are you to talk? You're killing innocent people.
He is fighting toe-to-toe with Batgirl. He's strong and trained. I am Mirror, the liberator of the true victims, the ones that had their destinies denied by you.
I saved them.
You condemn them. Miracles are not blessings. They are mistakes that happen when God is not paying attention, and I am here to correct those mistakes. He takes out a gun and points it towards Batgirl and fires, but the bullet misses her and hits the rope that was holding Michael. Batgirl quickly jumps after him and uses her grappling gun to stop the fall, saving both of them. Still, you go against the true course of life. It is time you realize that God's plans are greater than your actions. You may have saved this one man, but there were many that you damned on that day, Batgirl. What is he talking about?
The bomb. He's detonating a bomb. It's probably got a timer so he can escape.
Like the Riddler had? You know where it is. You disarmed it the last time.
But I don't think I can reach it in time.
You can, if you let me go.
I'm not going to do that.
Then I'm sorry. He struggles, and Batgirl can't hold on to him. Michael falls to his death. We switch to a few days later at the funeral of Michael Serbow. Clouds have covered up the sky, but it hasn't started to rain. Barbara Gordon is grieving along Michael's family, mourning the loss of her friend, but takes some solace in knowing that his sacrifice allowed her to stop the bomb in time. Bruce Wayne appears and calls Barbara over. I found something about Mirror. Based on the fact that he kills those who were saved from certain death, I figured something similar must have happened to him. So I searched near-death experiences that happened before the attack started, and I came up with this. Jonathan Mills. He's a former war hero and federal agent. He and his family were involved in a car accident. The rescue team managed to save him, but a fire erupted and his family could not get out of the car in time. Witnesses stated Mills tried to jump back into the car, screaming that he wanted to burn with them, but he was stopped by the paramedics. He sounds like he fits the bill.
Where is he now?
He recently purchased an apartment on Tenor Street.
Okay, I'll go get my costume and then we can go catch this son of a bitch.
Not tonight.
What? He's insane and he's killing people.
I want to stop him just as much as you do, but there's more going on. The crime families are going to fight each other tonight, full force, somewhere on the docks. They need to be stopped before the entire city becomes a war zone.
He was there at the clock tower waiting for us. He was probably there on the night of the first gunfight and waited for us to leave. Don't you see? He's constantly undoing everything we've achieved, and he's laughing in our faces about it. I'm going after him tonight.
No, you won't.
Why? You seem to have the gang situation under control. Plus, there's the police.
Still, I want you there with me. With such a volatile situation, things could escalate badly.
But-
No buts! At the docks, tonight!
You know, we faced a lot of bad people over the years. Penguin, Freeze, Croc. But they always wanted something. Money, love, or just to be left alone. But this guy, he just hates people that did nothing except live. I became Batgirl because I admired what you and my father did. You saved people. When everyone else in the city had given up, you two stood up for everyone and gave them hope again. You made the difference. We made the difference. And now, there's someone there whose sole purpose is to make it all mean nothing, to take away hope again.
We'll catch him, Barbara. I promise.
And how many people are going to die before we do it? He's out there, Bruce, and we're just letting him.
Barbara walks away to prepare for the night. On her way home, she contemplates about Mirror. About how one man can be such a danger to so many, just because he wants to. Then she starts looking at the people of Gotham, and she recognizes so many of them as ones she saved. All of them, given a second chance to live, without the fear of a man that can one day show up and take it all away. She can't let that happen. The night comes as she puts on her Batgirl costume and goes straight to Mill's last known address to take the fight to him. She enters his apartment but finds nothing out of place as she receives a call from Batman.
Where are you?
I'm at Mill's apartment.
What? Get out of there now!
I can't let him loose. He's too much of a threat.
Listen to me. Mills was specialized in bombs. The place can be booby-trapped.
Batgirl miraculously survived the explosion, but as she looks up, she sees her worst fear become reality. The building had collapsed. Flames were still burning, and everyone around her is scared, panicking. She is too shocked to move. But then she hears his voice. You did your part well.
What do you mean? Why did you do this? I didn't know anyone in that building.
Foolish child. You forget that Gotham was not always your playground. Years ago, before you spread your sinful wings, the one called Two-Face began blowing up buildings on a whim. Your master, the Batman, stopped him eventually, but the survivors of those explosions were given new homes on behalf of Bruce Wayne, another who defies the will of God. The tenants of that house were all such survivors.
You made me kill them.
They were meant for death. No matter how hard you try to convince yourself that you are making a difference, in the end, destiny will correct itself, and those that deserve death shall not be denied it.
This wasn't destiny. This was you.
Batgirl lunges forward and she begins mercilessly punching Mirror. She's not holding anything back. Mirror tries to pull out his guns but is quickly disarmed. He fights back, but Batgirl grabs his right arm and breaks it. She smashes his mask and he falls to the ground, but she's not done. She begins pummeling his face while screaming at the top of her lungs.
You did this! You monster! You used me for your own sadistic plans!
Mirror looks at her, his face covered in his own blood. Please, do it. Kill me. Batgirl raises her fist to deliver the final punch, but her hand gets grabbed. She turns around and it's Batman. He pulls her up and holds her to his chest as she cries.
I killed those people. I'm sorry.
Batman doesn't say a word, but he's there for her. Later, the police arrive and begin sorting through the debris. They talk to Batman as Batgirl watches from a distance, too ashamed to look anyone in the eye. Batman comes over to her. Police managed to stop the fight before it went too far. However, something was off. Both sides were missing numerous members, as if they had both been culled before all of this. Batgirl can't pay much attention.
I'm sorry.
For what?
For all of it. For not listening to you, for not thinking about those you saved before me, and for almost killing him. I wanted to. More than I had ever wanted anything. There was nothing there except anger and disgust. If you hadn't stopped me,
I know.
you felt it too, haven't you?
Yes.
How do you do it? You were there to stop me, but who is there for you? Right. I thought so. So what now?
Now you take a few nights off.
Yeah, that's probably for the best, but Batman, I'm not done with this. I messed up tonight, badly, but I can still do a lot of good for this city. I can still make a difference.
Keep the costume. When you're ready, just put it on again.
Thanks. What about you?
The police say that they found something even stranger at the docks. A closed-off locker containing something that they wanted me to see. They wouldn't tell me what it was, but it sounds important.
Fine. Take care.
You too. Batman then leaves, heading towards the docks. He wonders to himself if Barbara was right. If putting Mirror in the back of his mind while he dealt with the gangs caused all of this. Could things have been prevented if he got more involved? Could more lives have been saved if he focused on Mirror just a bit more? The question eats at him as he swings through Gotham on a clouded night. A storm is coming. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more creative content coming in the future. But until next time, my name is Murphy, and that was my story.